Welcome to the Power Hour on Access TV, your source every week for all things rock, music news, interviews, and videos. I'm Matt Pinfield.
I'm Katie Babs, and we have so much going on today. I'm very excited. We have an in-studio guest, Gavin ROSSDALE of Bush. We also have Ben Burnley of Breaking Ben joining us, and Mike Campbell.
From Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, the legend will be talking about his new band, The Dirty Knobs.
Yes, I'm so excited. Plus, like you said, we got all that music news. We're going to be counting down the top 10 videos of the week according to you. And we're going to be showing you new music videos as well.
I know, and Josh Bernstein will be joining us in just a few minutes. But Katie, what kind of week have you had? There's been a lot of rock and roll, right?
A lot is going on. I feel like, you know, we're close to summer. A lot of bands are on the road. There's so much going on. And every night when you're in Los Angeles, there's always something to do.
That's the thing that's great about living there for me, being a guy originally from the East Coast. New York was, of course, a busy place too, but I love having something to do with rock and roll every single night, if you want it. And it gets like that in the summer season, so I can't wait for all the DWP festivals. There's so many bands that I want to see this year. I mean, I'm pumped. We're going to be at all of them.
Yes, well, there's the announcement right there. We are going to be at Rockville in May, Daytona Beach, Florida. So excited. We weren't sure if we were going to be going, but it is confirmed. We will be there, and we're going to be hanging out with a lot of fans, a lot of music fans and bands. It's going to be awesome.
We want to meet you. We really want to see you, so make sure that you come and say hello to us. We're really excited to be there. For all of you Power Hour viewers and Access TV viewers, it's going to be really great. And we'll also be at Sonic Temple, so we're going to take a couple days off in between festivals.
Oh yeah.
But we never take any days off from rock and roll.
We
never.
We don't. We love what we do, and it rarely feels like we're working. But last week, here on the Power Hour, our #1 video was Disturbed with Bad Man. So let's check out a quick snippet of this video that you voted for.
That's Disturbed and Bad Man from their album Divisive, last week's #1 video that you voted for. Will it stay in the #1 spot? We'll have to see today by the end of the show. A lot of great videos out there, though, fighting for that #1 spot, Katie.
Besides our top 10 countdown, we also have 5 brand new music videos. And here's a little tease from one of them. It's Rival Sons.
Where the water runs still and deep. Scatter the ashes of the mess I used to be.
There you go, a little snippet of the latest Rival Sons video, and later on, you'll be seeing more of it. But right now, it's Joshua Bernstein time!
Hey Katie, so good to see you guys. I'm here with the exciting news and gossip of the week. Now this story, if you've been following it the last couple of weeks, there's a lot of fighting in rock and roll, famous rock and roll bands. And this week, stemming from the Nikki Sixx Carmen Appice feud, Mick Mars has announced that he is now suing his former bandmates over royalties, unpaid royalties, and he is claiming that Nikki Sixx did play the backing tracks. Matt, what do you make of this?
You know, I gotta say, Josh, we're friends with all these guys, so I kind of just have to sit there and shake my head when it really comes down to it. I can't believe they're airing all their dirty laundry in public. It's really kind of crazy. I never thought it would come to this. What do you think, Katie?
Well, we have to remember, this is Motley Crue we're talking about. How many times have they already done this? They fight all the time, and if they're all getting along, then something's wrong. Seriously.
Yeah, that's probably about right. It's unbelievable.
Well, obviously you guys decide for yourself. Another piece of news here is our good friend and guest of the Power Hour, Dee Snider, made a stunning appearance on The Masked Singer this week. He was like a blue, sexy lady. I'm not really sure what he was, but...
He was like a doll of some sort.
Yeah, I mean, he's always been that guy who's like multimedia, right?
Yep.
He's done reality shows.
Dee definitely did a better job than most contestants on that show. I remember seeing Caitlyn Jenner, and I was like, this sucks, but Dee Snider put on a great one.
He seemed to, and he said, yesterday that he actually... he claims that his appearance on there was almost a silent protest towards the show itself. So, as always, Dee is a provocateur, and we love him to death. And He looks great in in blue and in a dress. Who knows? So congrats to Dee Snider and the fans of The Masked Singer. In our last story here, Matt and Katie was Kid Rock just posted a video of him using a machine gun on cases of Bud Light, I guess in protest of their work with transgender spokesmodel. Now, Kid Rock is no stranger to also being a provocateur and shitster, as we say. But guys, what do you think of this? And what do you think of Kid Rock's latest antics?
I'm never surprised with Bobby. That's his real name, Kid Rock, Bob Ritchie. I'm just never surprised with anything he does because he's gone on TV and said, "I'm uncancelable."
Yeah, I feel
people can't cancel him. So I think he loves to
stir the pot.
Yeah.
Kid Rock likes to stir the pot. We've always known this, and a lot of people might not agree with him, but he still continues to do his thing. And I feel like he's just one of those guys who just doesn't give a shit whether we agree with him or not.
You have to buy all that beer before you shoot it. So I think sales have gone up. Guys, I'm going to be back here in a little bit because we have Mike Campbell of the legendary Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers joining us in a little bit. So I can't wait to come back.
Thanks so much, Josh. Okay, it's time for our 5 new videos this week that you get to vote on. And our first one is actually from the very first guest who ever appeared on our show, Power Hour, when it started. It's Chris Daughtry. Now, we've been waiting for a video for this song, right, Katie?
Way too long. It took a long time, but I'm glad that they actually decided to make one.
Well, it's a crazy story, but it turns out that the great singer Steve Perry of Journey needed to give his permission and grant permission to make a video, not to cover the song. He was okay with that, but he liked it so much, he finally gave them permission to make a video, and Lizzie and Chris Daughtry and the guys got together and did it.
Let's check it out right now. Here it is, Separate Ways, the Journey cover from Daughtry and Lizzie Hale.
Someday love will find you. Break those chains that bind you. One night will remind you how we touched and we're not separate ways. If he ever hurt you, true love won't desert you. You know I still love you, though it's
And there it is, finally an official video from Chris Daughtry and Lizzie Hale and their cover of the 40-year-old classic, Separate Ways, on the Power Hour. Katie, I want to talk to you about this next artist. They're going to be playing some of the DWP festivals. It's a guy named Joseph Maheron from Burlington, Vermont, and I know there are a lot of people that are really excited to see them play. He calls himself Nothing Nowhere. It's basically a project of his, so why don't we check it out right now? It's a brand new video, and the guest on this one is Under Oath. This song is called Venom.
How do you save me when you wanna break me? You say that you love me, but I know you hate me. You're in a poison I should have avoided. Now I swim in the venom. Now I swim in the venom. Should have run, but I didn't. Now I swim in the venom.
The latest from Nothing Nowhere, Venom, on this week's brand new videos that we have for you on the Power Hour. That's definitely bringing the pop punk vibe back.
Yeah, and a little emo in there as well. And speaking of bands that came out in the emo era, originally Under Oath.
Exactly, that was a perfect collaboration right there.
And recently, right here on the Power Hour, what's coming up, Katie?
Well, we got 3 brand new music videos for you and the top 10 countdown that you voted for. But we also have Gavin Rossdale of Bush. Looking forward to all of that, so stick around.
Right here on the Power Hour on Axis TV. Welcome back to the Power Hour. I'm Matt Pinfield here with the one and only Katie Babs, and we are joined by a guy whose music we love, and we love him as a person because he's our friend, Gavin Rossdale from the band Bush. Gavin, good to see you.
Good to see you too, Matt. How are you?
I'm doing good. Last time we were hanging out together was for Katie Babs' birthday, and I thought it was such
What
a
a
great night. Hey,
What a night!
it was a raging evening, but it was fun.
It was
right?
a lot of fun.
And it was
good.
like a lot of people came out to hang.
Raging at the Rainbow.
Yeah, it was good. It's a good time, right?
It was
It's a
fun,
great
and
time.
it's so
It was
funny
lovely.
because out of all the people who were there, Matt, all of my friends who are not remotely in the music industry kept coming up to me. Oh my God, is that Gavin Rossdale? I'm like, belle of the ball over here. It's Gavin Rossdale. It was so much fun though, and he bought me a round of tequila shots. I was feeling good, and by the end of the night, I got home safely, I think.
She did. She did.
I did not.
Yeah. I was wondering if we should leave you there. No, you were great. Gavin, let's talk about it. You know, you've been out on the road doing some incredible shows.
Forever.
For the album, for the Art of Survival, and you've survived this tour and the one before it, which was so great with Breaking Benjamin and Alice in Chains. I mean, at this point, right? I mean, there's so many great singles and album tracks that people love of yours. Is it harder to make a set list these days?
Yeah, it is really hard. And then you know, everyone wants to play different songs in the band, you know, so there's that kind of stuff. But yeah, we find our way, and it's about people having a great time. And we change it up some, and then the last tour we had a bit more production, so we couldn't change as much. That was a bit restrictive. It was a bit weird. Yeah. But then you go into a different zone where you just make it sound different every night, like a theater or something like that. But somehow it just sounds different every night. Yeah. You hope. I don't know.
Yeah, it's great.
And one thing that I love, I constantly go and watch back to, is you doing the Alice in Chains cover it was with Ben, right?
Right.
Yeah, and when I'm getting ready for my work day and I'm finding all my information for my shows and stuff like that, I put that on in the background to listen to because that's like one of my favorite songs, and it's just incredible. So the fact that you guys covered it together, how did that come about? What was that conversation like?
It was weird because we were going to do a tour with just them, and then as this idea to promote the tour, I went to Reno to meet him and meet the band and then do that song with them. So I went and sang the Alice in Chains song, and then I heard, oh, Alice in Chains are going out with Breaking Benjamin. I was like, hot damn, I missed what happened? I thought I was like I was not the belle of the ball on that one. And then they said, you should come with us and do like special guest thing. So I was like, okay. Yeah. So that's what I did. And I sang with Alice in Chains. Ben came on stage with us. One of my favorite things I ever said to people was like, listen, I've got to go. I'm singing Alice in Chains tonight. I've really got to go. I'm in Alice in Chains right now. So that was a good feeling, and that band's fantastic to play with.
And you also have a new single coming out, a follow-up. It's has not been on the album as well.
Yeah, there's a song we just wrote and just did, All Things Must Change, and then I did this version with Amy. It's because we did a show in Nashville. So we were playing in Nashville, and it's the idea to get her to come and play this song. 1,000 years we have the song on the record. So I wrote her and I said, would she come and play with us? And she goes, I'm flying in that day, so I don't know if I can do the song, but I will definitely, I would love to come and see the show. And I didn't hear from her for a week or so. I was thinking, oh no, it's embarrassing. I should have never asked her straight up, you know. Should have gone through management, been cool like that. Yeah. And then she just sent me the song. She just sang a vocal to it.
Yeah.
And it brought tears to my eyes, like goosebumps, or like tears in my eyes. Not boo-hoo, but I mean, you know what I mean? Like, just like welled up. I was like, oh my God, what's happening?
Why don't we give people a preview of that track right now?
Let's do it.
All Things Must Change. This is the new one from Bush. Listen to this.
Fast. Walk like Superman. Run like the wind in the rain. All things.
Gavin, will you stick around for a little bit while we check out some new music videos?
You know, Katie, I can't wait.
Let's do it!
We're happy to have you here, Gavin.
Happy to be here.
Absolutely. Our third new video of the night comes from the band from Cape Cod, Massachusetts, Highly Suspect, fronted by the one and only Johnny Stevens. You guys recently saw him performing with Muse and Evanescence, who you just did a great duet with. It sounds so amazing. Let's check out this track. It's from their latest album, their fourth album, the Midnight Demons Club, and this is called New California.
New California.
Of the week, Highly Suspect with New California. I love that song.
And right now we're going to check out this brand new one. Is from the Southern California band from Long Beach who call themselves Rival Sons. They've been working for years with the Grammy-winning producer Dave Cobb, and they're doing it again on 2 albums this year. One that's coming out in June called Dark Fighter, and another one by the end of the year called Lightbringer. So there you go, 2 sides. Check out this new one. They're also playing DWP festivals this summer. This is their new song, Bird in the Hand. It's Rival Sons.
Dream till there's nothing left.
you go, rival sons with bird in the hand. Now, Gavin, I wonder what you would look like with a beard like that.
More manly,
You were saying off
like a
camera.
lumberjack. What?
A
He
lumberjack.
gives good beard.
He gives great beard. That
Yes, he
guy.
does. It's
A
amazing.
lot of beard.
All right, we've got one more new video, and it's from the band Atreyu, who have a new EP coming out called Hint of a Spark. And they've got a brand new one, which is one that's going up the singles chart right now called Watch Me Burn. Here it is, new Atreyu.
On fire, I'll be fighting till my last breath. Even when the flames go higher, I'll be fighting till I'm dead. So give me what you got, I will never stop. Cover me in gasoline, burn it down. I'll be fighting till my last breath. Come and watch me burn.
All right, that was Atreyu with Watch Me Burn. And before Gavin gets out of here, we actually have a very special guest to bring in.
That's right.
Don't we, Matt?
Yes, we think it's someone that you might know pretty well, actually, Gavin. So it's
Good.
kind of a this is your life thing where, like, you know,
Okay.
somebody
okay.
recently in your life. And our surprise for you today is your fellow touring mate and good friend, Ben Burley from Breaking Benjamin. Ben, how are you, man?
Hi.
Hi, Ben.
Ben,
Hey,
it's
guys.
great to see you.
We're not going to see enough of each other, so it's, you know.
Ben, you got to tell me, I mean, it was great to see you guys out on the road the first time around with Alice in Chains. It was so cool. Tell me about that friendship, because there was such a great camaraderie happening with the three bands. And then you guys, the fact that you're going to tour again together is really exciting to me. It's a great double bill.
Well, the biggest problem that I have with the whole thing is that I don't think he's comfortable with me saying it, but Gavin is like an idol of mine growing up. So, you know, I'm that age, you know, 16 Stone is like the anthem of my life. And so that's mine. And I would drive around singing every single word of it and doing my best Gavin impersonation.
Give it to us, Ben. Give us
Yeah.
the Gavin impersonation. Come on.
I did it for Gavin one time in
Yeah.
the parking lot. And I was like, so what'd you think, man? He's like,
Gavin, what did you think of it, honestly?
He does great. We sang together. We sang together a few times on stage now.
Yeah.
He sings great. He always does great.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Ben, would you do that for us just a little bit?
wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
Oh, here we go.
Yes.
The muscle's so damn weak and easy.
Yeah. A little bit. A little bit every.
Let's go for
everything
dinner.
said.
Just so
We'll go for
happens,
dinner.
Yeah.
We'll go
just
for
so
dinner.
happens I had a guitar right there.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, what are the chances of a musician
Yes.
having a guitar right next to
Yeah,
him?
I
Oh.
love that. I just love to see that, you know, feeling and experience that an artist that you love so much, you end up doing work with. I think that's the magic of the
Yeah, what's nice
It's
for
like
me is that
mind blowing.
And you know, on that tour, right? Don't you think that we specifically with you, with Alice, it was such a great energy backstage, the whole
Yeah.
vibe, and because everyone was playing, doing songs, guest spots with each band,
Yeah.
it made the whole thing just. Everyone was rooting for each other, everyone was watching each other. You know, it was a good vibe,
It really was.
and it makes it so much more fun. You know.
For us as a band, we were just honored to be a part of it. I mean, it's probably going to go down as probably the best tour I've ever done.
But wait till the next tour.
that.
Yeah.
Wait till the next tour. That's gonna be so good. It's gonna be Alice. What?
Yeah.
I
You're
know.
going to have so much fun. I just think it's great. And Ben, how amazing does Gavin look? I mean, I always say that, but he looks so, I mean, you know what? I mean, he just rocks. You don't know. And I mean that only
Matt,
because.
calm down.
No, I don't mean it that way.
I know.
I'm just saying.
I'll
but
get
it's
the secrets out of him when we're on tour.
Yeah,
of
I mean, it's
Fountain of Youth.
amazing, Gavin. You haven't aged at all, you know, which is great. Which is
Trust me,
great.
I have.
I lost some
Thank
weight.
you.
I used to be really fat. I mean, I've lost some weight. I look better now. But so that's on the upside. I've gotten older.
Okay, was it Welcome to Rockville in 2021 when both of you guys were supposed to be playing and neither of you got to play because of the storm?
Yeah.
You didn't end up going
I
on
think
stage,
so.
right?
Yeah, it's one of those Danny shows. Yeah. Were you there?
Yeah, it was Welcome to Rockville, and Ben, you were supposed to play too.
We went all the way there. We sat around.
Yeah,
We
and
saw the
and
trailers, yeah.
and we got blamed for the weather. All of us, all
Don't
bands.
you hate it when people do that? Like, we don't have control over that shit. There's nothing we can do. It's a safety issue for everyone.
If people want to think that I can call down thunder or that we can call down thunder, I say we let them.
Ben, thank you so much for checking in with us today. It's great to see you. And we will see you out on the road for sure.
It's great to see all you guys. Thank you for having me. We're really, really looking forward to this. We love Bush. We're just so stoked.
Well, Gavin, thank you so much for being here on the Power Hour today. Don't forget, when we come back, we got an interview with Mike Campbell and your top 10 videos of this week.
Welcome back to the Power Hour. It's time for our top 10 videos that you voted on last week. I'm Matt Pinfield.
I'm Katie Babbs, and a quick reminder, please get your votes in. It's super easy. You just got to use that QR code that you see. But starting off our top 10 videos that you voted for last week, it's Papa Roach. Matt, we both love this song.
We certainly do, and he's going to be a guest on our show next week.
Yes.
Jacoby Shaddix.
I can't wait. He's a great dude. We have nothing but great things to say about him. And at number 10, it was number 6 last week, but it's Papa Roach with Cut the Line.
It's Papa Roach from the Almigo trip and Cut the Line. And Jacoby Shaddix will be joining us next week on the show.
That will be awesome. And moving on to our next video, number 9 this week is Avenged Sevenfold with Nobody off of their brand new record coming out June 2nd, Life is But a Dream. They're announcing so many shows. They're on a ton of the festivals. I personally can't wait to see them, being a huge Avenged Sevenfold fan. So let's get to it.
Breathe in the silence, ebb and flow among the waves. Blur of the spectrum in like a dark and equal face. All I ever was has been, and always will be.
And at number 9 this week, there's Avenged Sevenfold from their forthcoming album, Life is But a Dream. That one is called Nobody, and they will be at Welcome to Rockville, Aftershock, and Louder Than Life, 3 great DWP
And Sonic
festivals.
Temple.
Oh, and Sonic Temple too.
So many. We can't keep up with Avenged Sevenfold, but they're officially back.
Now,
baby.
the next video is actually from one of Katie's favorite bands and from her countrymen from Canada, 3 Days Grace, which we debuted last week, and now it is on the chart.
I Am the Weapon at number 8 this week. 3 Days Grace.
Youth is broken, half of it was stolen by a world I can't unsee. Youth is broken, half of it was stolen. Look what you've done to me. I was the target, I was the mission. You had the power, the ammunition. Now I'm the message. This is the lesson.
There it is, the 3rd video from their latest album, Explosions. That's 3 Days Grace this week at number 8 with I Am the Weapon.
But when we come back, we still got the top 10 countdown, plus our special guest, Mike Campbell.
All coming up right here on the Power Hour on Axis TV.
Welcome back to the Power Hour. I'm Katie Babbs.
And I'm Matt Pinfield, and we still have 7 videos to go that you voted for to put them in the top 10 this week. And this one is very personal to me because it's number 7. Katie, Wayne Swinney died, my very dear friend, the guitar player from Saliva. And I literally spoke with Bobby Amaru, the singer, today about it. He said it was unbelievable, the outpouring of love. Every band from, Three Doors Down to Limp Bizkit, everybody reached out to, to pay tribute, and they're doing a big show in their hometown of Memphis. This song is not only getting more votes on our countdown, but it's going up the radio charts nationwide. It's kind of a bittersweet thing for that to happen.
Yeah, it's all over the place. I'm actually playing it on my radio shows on Sirius XM as well. I love this song. It brings the positivity to the room, It's a lot of fun. It's High on Me. Saliva at number 7 this week. With High on Me. I absolutely love that song. What about you, Matt?
I think it's a great song, and like I said, they're such good guys. Wayne was so well liked as a guitarist. It's just a great rock and roll guy, man, from the South. And now, speaking of people that I appreciate, bald men like myself, and we make point of that, saying it every week, of course, our friend David Draymond is no longer in the number 1 spot this week.
What happened? live?
I don't know. Maybe it was the way that we sang his song last week on the show.
that
But I
could-
thought it was pretty damn good.
I thought we did pretty well, but going from number 1 to number 6 this week on the Power Hour, Disturbed with Bad Man.
And there it is, Bad Man, from the album Divisive, Disturbed, Chicago's finest right there.
But moving on to our next one, Aaron Jones, number 5 this week. I love this artist. He can quite literally open up for any genre and any band and any musician, and that's what I like about him.
You know, he went through some rough times. His parents were both addicted to drugs, and so he was adopted by his aunt. She bought him a guitar. At 9 years old, the first song that he learned on the guitar was Lenny Kravitz's Fly Away.
Oh, I love that song.
It's such a great
love
tune.
it.
And then he got into the blues and started learning about all these other great guitarists. Fell in love with Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix, Eric Clapton.
Very cool.
I mean, the list that goes on. And he's made some really great, important music, and this song is really cool. isn't it?
Absolutely. Debuting at number 5 this week, it's Aaron Jones with Blood in the Water.
I say a prayer for my mother. I cry a tear for my father. Ain't nothing gonna save me. There's blood in the water. I pray for forgiveness. Let the Lord be my witness. Ain't nothing gonna save me. There's blood in the water.
Aaron Jones at number 5 with Blood in the Water. And moving on to our next one, it's from our dudes in Metallica, 72 Seasons. Their record is coming out this Friday, April 14th. And they just announced that they're going to be on Power Trip Festival as well.
Well, here it is, the title track of the new Metallica album, 72 Seasons, coming in this week at number 4.
Staring into black light. Dominating birthright. Breath of man. Reaching through. Spinning through. Breath of man. Catching to. Point of view.
At number 4, Metallica with the title track off of their brand new record coming out this Friday, 72 Seasons. And Matt, I know that Access TV has something going down, and one of my favorite posters that I own in my home is Freddie Mercury.
That's right. You know, Katie, I've seen Queen twice. When I was a young kid, I saw them in the Beacon Theater do the Night at the Opera tour, and Freddie Mercury and Brian May and those guys, it was one of the greatest shows I've seen in my lifetime. Then I saw them a year later with Thin Lizzy at Madison Square Garden, the Day at the Races tour. I feel so lucky that I saw Queen as a young kid with Freddie. And this Sunday night on Access TV, there's a Queen concert happening at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, all part of Sunday Night Rocks. Check this out.
So you think you can stone me and spit in my eye? Sing it. Yeah, sing it.
I love Queen, and this Sunday Night Rocks, we have so much going on. The top 10 revealed 70s glam bands.
Yeah, which is an era that I absolutely love because
Yeah.
I'm into Sweet, T-Rex, Bowie, you know, all that stuff from that period of time. I love it. And even early Queen is really 70s glam. So, boy, that's going to be an incredible episode of Top 10 Revealed. That's at 8 p.m. And then Vinyl Obsession, that great new show where it takes one great legendary rocker with a new younger musician, and Billy Gibbons is going to be on that one Sunday night at 8:30. So I'm really pumped about that. I'm excited about Sunday Night Rocks. 9 o'clock is the Queen concert. It's all happening right here on Access TV.
Still to come, we got your top 3 music videos plus an interview with Mike Campbell of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. All coming up here on the Power Hour on Access TV. Welcome back to the Power Hour. I'm Katie Babs.
And I'm Matt Pinfield. Let's check in with Josh Bernstein and get to our next legendary guest.
Hey, this is Josh Bernstein. We're so honored to invite our next guest to the show. He's a Rock and Roll Hall of Famer. He's one of Rolling Stone's top 100 guitarists of all time. Most importantly, he's a heartbreaker. Mr. Mike Campbell, welcome to the Power Hour.
Hello, guys. How you doing? Hi, Matt.
You know, Mike, I was really happy that before we started, you mentioned that you watched the show a few times. You really liked it, so that meant a lot to us.
Oh, cool.
said-
Yeah, I like it.
Mike, it's amazing. So, Dirty Knobs, you've been out with. I mean, you really started it, I think, close to 11 years ago, but then, you know, around 2020, you know, started making records and working, doing some stuff with George Drakoulias. I got to tell you, with Dirty Knobs, you have this song that I love, and I'm allowed to say this on the air. It's called F That Guy. So can you tell me about who is that guy? And I wanted to know, like, more about that song, because it's an expression that you say, especially when it's somebody who's wronged you, or, you know what I'm talking about.
At least once or twice a day, right? And
Yes,
sometimes
exactly.
you're looking at the TV when you say it. I got to give credit for the title to Chris Stapleton. He came out a while ago before that album to do some writing with me, and we were working on some stuff. And he goes, "I got this title, but I don't think I can do it." And I said, "What is it?" He says, "It's called F That Guy." And I go, "Oh man, I say that every day. You know, somebody in traffic or somebody on the TV, not naming any names." I said, "Well, can I have a go at it?" He said, "Sure." So I wrote the rest of the song and sent it to him. He made one little political change in one of the verses, which we won't go into. But it's fun to play live because everybody relates to it.
You know, I think in being a native New Yorker, I'll tell you that this guy is actually a term of endearment in the East Coast. So it could be seen. I think the song could be interpreted in many different ways.
Oh, good. I didn't know that, but I'm glad to hear that.
For example, Matt Pinfield, that guy.
Yeah.
What I mean is, I love Matt, and that's.
Hey, all you guys.
Yeah, exactly. Every one of us.
But
That's-
I also have to ask you, Mike, how on earth did you come up with that name? Because it feels wrong even just
Oh,
saying it.
what?
Because
You
it's
got to
dirty.
say it. Say it.
The Dirty Knobs.
Yeah.
Well, if you were English, you'd have a naughty thought on that. Maybe you do anyway, but it's not what you think. It was literally in the studio, a knob went, and somebody said, "That's a dirty knob." And I said, "Well, we'll be the Dirty Knobs." As it turns out, it's English slang for something else, but that's in your mind. I just like the sound of it, and our band is kind of dirty and grimy and gritty, so it's stuck.
Now, Mike, you famously, obviously, incredible member of the Heartbreakers for so long. Previous to that, you and Tom formed the band Mudcrutch in the late '60s, early '70s. But it's funny. I was reading about you. You eventually got to sort of play with every one of I would think, your childhood idols, right? Roy Orbison, Johnny Cash, Bob Dylan. What's it like for you, someone who grew up, sort of at the birth of rock and roll, to get to play alongside some of these incredible, some of your idols?
It's hard to believe. It really is. I feel so much gratitude that those kind of dreams, they weren't even dreams of mine that could ever happen, but I have met a lot of my idols and been able to work with them and have them tell me that they liked my playing. And it's kind of even hard to compute it. I can't believe it's happened to me. I've just had a very charmed life.
It's amazing coming from Gainesville like you did. And I got to say, one of my favorite memories that when I was in high school, about in the late 1970s, you guys were touring for your second album, You're Gonna Get It. And I was so in love with the first two records, I bought a row of tickets for $4 to play.
Bless you.
Yeah, the
so
New York
cool.
Palladium. Yeah, I was like, you got to hear this band. So I was turning everybody onto the first Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers album.
I'm still living off that money, by the way.
That $4, it's amazing. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
It was the one thing that I noticed unified everybody in the school. It didn't matter whether you were the punk thing really hadn't happened in high school yet, but there were people that were into all different things. And I didn't care if they were into the Grateful Dead or metal. The one thing they could agree on, everybody that I turned the band on to, was Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. It's amazing.
Well, that is, yeah. We did get lumped in as a punk band for a while, but we survived all that.
I think the reason you got labeled punk by accident is because I owned a record when I was a little kid called Chipmunk Punk, with Alvin and the Chipmunks, and you guys were right on there. So I think I want to blame Alvin and the Chipmunks for mislabeling you guys.
They did Refugee, right, on that record?
I believe they did Refugee. Yeah.
Well, you know, I'll tell you something about the punk label. You know, Tom was so quick-witted, and he would, around that time, I think it was called 1977, and we went to England, and it was the Ramones and the Sex Pistols and all that stuff was going on, and they kind of thought we were in that vein. And he did an interview once, and they said, "So you guys are a punk band?" And he said, "You call me a punk, I'll cut you."
And then they say you just proved their
You
point.
can interpret that any way you want to.
Yeah, exactly.
One of my favorite things you've done, is like I mentioned earlier, was later in Johnny Cash's career, you played on all those incredible records that he produced with Rick Rubin. And is there any takeaways or memories of working with Johnny Cash you can kind of share with us?
Well, I've got so many memories. Johnny was a huge hero of mine, and my dad used to play his records. Him and Elvis is all I heard around the house. Maybe Buddy Holly every now and then, but Johnny was definitely a heavy influence on me. And I asked my dad once, "Why do you listen to Johnny Cash so much?" And he says, "Because he sings about the truth."
Another thing we got to ask you about, Mike, I wanted to ask you about Running Down a Dream, because it's such a great song, and I know that.
Thank you.
You co-wrote that song. It's a classic. Talk to me about coming up with that great riff.
You know, it was just something that came to me one night. I had been out to see a band, Jane's Addiction, actually. I'd gone to see them with my wife, and I liked their groove and their kind of riff approach to songs. And I went home that night and it's all on one string, down, 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 you know. And I didn't think much about it. I gave it to Tom, and he called me back a few weeks later and said, "Oh, Jeff and I have been listening to that riff, and we think we have a song to go with it, you know." "All right, let's hear it," you know. And that was the song.
That's amazing. I love knowing now that Running Down a Dream was inspired by a Jane's Addiction show. That's great. That's incredible.
Well, you know, songs come from all places, and inspiration can happen in any moment, and I would give them credit for inspiring the energy on that, yeah.
Absolutely. That's fantastic, Mike.
Matt and I, we had the pleasure last year, we got to watch you perform at Bourbon and Beyond down in Louisville, and you did such a fantastic set. And I also had the pleasure, I used to help produce the Mountain Jam Festival where you and Tom played, I think that last summer, 2019. So just want to say thank you so much. It's such an honor that you joined us here on the Power Hour. Thank you so much. Best of luck. We can't wait to see you out there with the Dirty Knobs. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mike Campbell. Thank you so much.
Goodbye, keep rocking.
All right, coming up, we are continuing our countdown, and we still have your top 3 videos of this week.
Welcome back to the Power Hour on Access TV. I'm Matt Pinfield.
I'm Katie Babs.
We still got 3 videos to go, Katie, and there are some really great ones, 3 in a row that I'm really into.
Yeah, we all know this song very well, Shine Down, Dead Don't Die. They were previously our #1 spot, but now they're at #3. Here it is.
Might as well not take fear off the table. The dead don't die, the heart still beats, head held high, I haunt these streets, lies kill me 100,000 times, you can try, but the dead don't die, knock me down, 6 feet deep, one more round, no reprieve, lies kill me 100,000 times, you can try, but the dead don't die.
At #3, Shine Down with Dead Don't Die off of Planet Zero, who are currently on the road for the Revolutions live tour with 3 Days Grace and From Ashes to New. But moving on to the #2 spot, whew, we love this girl.
Yeah, we love her, and we love Shine Down, who we just heard before, and both were previous guests right here on the Power Hour. Going up the radio charts for some time. It's called Black Sheep. It's your #2 video this week on the Power Hour.
I'm singing, hail, hail the black sheep. We are blood, we are family. Pray the Lord my soul to keep. Hail, hail the black sheep. Thicker than water, thick as deep. Oh, how the river runs deep. We are blood, we are family. Hail, hail the black sheep. Can't shut me up, won't bite my tongue, speak my truth.
Your #2 spot, Dorothy with Black Sheep, but who could possibly be our number one?
I don't know, but I gotta say, the list has been so good tonight. There's so many great things on there. Avenged Sevenfold, Aaron Jones, the new Saliva. I mean, there's so much good stuff in this top 10. I'm really proud of our viewers and the cool stuff that you're voting on that you see here every week. And we thank you for voting. And don't forget to always go to that QR code that you see below me or see below Katie or Josh, and make sure you vote every single week. And what is our number one video this week? I love this one.
Our number one spot this week is Mammoth WVH with another celebration at the end of the world. Congratulations, Wolfie. Our number one video, Wolfie, aka Mammoth WVH, with another celebration at the end of the world. So happy for him. That is a great song.
It's a great song, and we're looking forward to that album in August, Mammoth 2.
All right, Wolfie, congrats on the number one spot. You deserve it, my friend. Well, guys, next week we have an incredible show. Jacoby Shaddix, lead singer of Papa Roach, is going to be joining us. And, of course, the Crazy Dudes in Guar, which is always going to be an insane time. But, I want you guys to, of course, make your voices heard. Hit that QR code below. Vote for your favorite songs. And, this one we debuted this week. I think it's going to be here for many more to come. And 2 Power Hour favorites, Mr. Chris Daughtry and Lizzie Hale doing the Journey classic, Separate Ways. Let's check it out. And that was the new video for Separate Ways by Chris Daughtry and Lizzie Hale.
Well, that's it for this week's episode of the Power Hour. I'm Matt Pinfield.
I'm Katie Babs.
And I'm Josh Bernstein. Keep reaching for the stars.